That down. Let's move on to this. You know, one of the Star Wars things that I'm really excited about and really looking forward to is Skeleton Crew. And man, we need something really good. We need something real good. Because not since Andor have we had great Star Wars stuff on Disney Plus. I mean, Obi-Wan had promise and it disappointed. Ahsoka had promise and it disappointed. The Acolyte straight up sucked. I mean, so we need something good here. And this looks terrific. Like, I was kind of enthused by it when I heard that John Watts was doing it. John Watts, who of course directed the 3 Tom Holland Spider-Man movies, Homecoming, Far From Home, and No Way Home. I finally watched Wolves. He did a really good job on Wolves.
Isn't it fun?
Why did that not go to theaters?
I'm so mad about it because no one talks about it and it's great.
Yeah, it just kind of quietly went anyway. So he did a great job on that. I've been excited about this because he's the guy running it. So it's like, okay, we're off to a good start. Then that first trailer came out. I thought, this looks really charming. Then the second trailer came out and I was in love with it already. Cannot wait. Now, Disney's let us know a couple of interesting things about it. 3 things. 1, they've moved up the release date by a day, but we're going to talk about that. Also, they've got the full episode list with the director's list as well and who's directing which. This comes from the folks over at Gizmodo who write the following. Adjust your calendars accordingly. Disney has decided that Skeleton Crew is exiting hyperspace ahead of schedule by a whole day. Now, instead of dropping next week on December 3rd, the latest Star Wars series will launch a 2-episode premiere a day prior to December 2nd, which I am told by the other people in the office that is a Monday. So it's going to drop on Monday. But the other episodes will come out on Tuesday. They're just moving this one up by a day. The Disney accompanied news with a full list of the rollout for the series, as well as revealing which episodes are directed by the litany of behind-the-camera talent we knew were coming to the series. Check out the full schedule below. So here's the schedule. Episode 1, coming out on Monday, directed by John Watt himself. So John Watts himself is directing the first one. Then David Lowery is directing the 2nd and 3rd episodes. David Lowery directed The Green Knight, the Dev Patel movie, The Green Knight. And he also directed A Ghost Story. So that's going to be really interesting to see. Then episode 4, directed by the Academy Award winning directors of Everything Everywhere All at Once. The Daniels are directing episode 4. Jake Schreier. I never know how to pronounce his name.
Pretty sure Schreier.
Schreier. He directed the series, the limited series that won all the Emmys, Beef.
Right.
That won like every Emmy possible. He directed that. Then one of my favorites, Bryce Dallas Howard, is directing the 7th episode, or the 6th episode, I should say. Absolutely love her. Then we got Lee Isaac Chung, who directed Minari and also did a really good, surprisingly good job directing the newest Twisters movie.
Yeah.
That was out. So he's great. And then, just like he is directing the initial episode, he's also directing the final episode. Episode 8 on January 14th, John Watts directs the finale. So I am very excited about that. Oh, being reminded by people in the live chat, rightfully so, that Jake is also directing the Thunderbolts film. Mm-hmm. So he's all in on Disney there. So I love this. I'm excited even by a day getting it more in advance. I love the director's list that they've got here. I love that John Watts himself is directing the first episode and the final episode. I love Bryce Dallas Howard being a part of this. I like that you got a really diverse group of storytellers, because when you go through their resumes, like Beef, Minari, Thunderbolts, Ghost Story. You know, I just kind of love that they're bringing that type of a scope to this. I cannot wait to see this. And there's a new poster for it. Did we get the poster for that up there, Jonathan? Yeah, there it is. The new poster, Jude Law. By the way, that was the other thing that got me really excited. But I love Jude Law. I'm a huge Jude Law fan, so I'm really excited to see him in this. And I love that one thing in the new TV spot where the kids say to him, "You're a Jedi, right?" "Yeah, sure." Which is great. Anyway, can't wait to see this. Guys, we want to take a second to thank a sponsor of today's video, Mando. Thank goodness it is football season. It's time for tailgates, touchdowns, and Sunday cookouts with the crew. But unfortunately, along with the drinks and the food, sometimes you also bring along your odor. And that is why Mando whole body deodorant should be an absolute tailgate game day essential. And that's why Mando's the MVP. It's clinically proven 72-hour odor control, so it's perfect for long days at the game or at the bar. I'm loving the Clover Wood scent, but they've got options like bourbon leather, Mount Fuji, Pro Sport, and even unscented if you prefer to go stealth mode. I like to use it after the shower, before the gym, or even important meetings. It's that reliable. And right now, Mando's got a killer deal. New customers get $5 off their best-selling starter pack with my exclusive code Campea. That's over 40% off. Just go to shopmando, that's shopmando.com, and use the code Campea. Seriously, guys, if you want a deodorant that's aluminum-free, baking soda-free, and just works better than anything else you've tried, it's time to make the switch to Mando. So don't wait. Control body odor anywhere with Mando. Head over to shopmando.com and use the code Campea and get $5 off your starter pack. Trust me, you're going to love it. That's at shopmando.com. Go and check it out now. Chris, a whole lot of information they just gave us. What's your impressions?
Oh man, I love the book ending of John Watts
Yeah,
here,
me
of
too.
setting the tone for us and then closing us out. I think that is so smart. Love everything he does. And to your point, yeah, this is a wildly diverse list of directors here who do such interesting storytelling. And no matter what they're doing, though, even though you do have these big swings, like a Twisters in there with the Minari kind of thing, you always have this great thumbprint from each of these creators. They always have their own spin on stuff, particularly when you look at like Bryce Dallas Howard's things. She has such a specific Star Wars kind of tonality that she brings to the table. I can't wait to see what the Daniels do. God, I hope that episode's so weird.
Me too.
I hope they get so absolutely bananagrams on that one. I know I keep saying it. It's Space Goonies. It's Space Goonies, and I really
But that's not a
honestly,
bad thing.
No, and
That's a good thing.
I don't care what they do. I'm just so excited about that concept. I have wanted Star Wars to be fun again for so long. I love that we have Andor and it's serious. I love that we have spy thriller within the Star Wars universe. And I know no one else in this room liked the episode with Jack Black and Lizzo of The Mandalorian. But listen, sometimes I want Star Wars to be weird and goofy. Sometimes I want it to have some silliness and heart. And I think having a show with these young kids going out on this quest, having an absolute rogue, a scallywag like Jude Law's character here is fun. Star Wars was a children's fantasy at first, and it's morphed into something much bigger than that, and that's great. But sometimes I want it to just be a really fun fantasy show that is just parading as sci-fi. At the end of the day, it's wizards and magic and belief. And you can dress that up with all the midichlorians and sci-fi talk you want, but I want it to have that heart and soul every now and then too, of just being a fun fantasy epic that's a real good time, that has a child's wonder and joy behind it. And I really feel like that's what we're going to get here.
Yeah, I think Andor is, I've said before, I'll say it again, it's the best thing Star Wars has ever made since the original trilogy. Easily to me. By far. It's just masterful storytelling. But, to Chris's point, I would not use the word fun to describe it.
No.
I mean, it's more like watching, Succession in space and stuff like that. It's a heavy adult. It's Star Wars for grown-ups, and I love it. It's the best thing ever, but I wouldn't describe it as fun. And you're right, Star Wars needs to have that. Star Wars should be many different things.
Yeah.
But one of the core elements it's got to have is fun. Obi-Wan had the potential to be fun. Didn't deliver it. Ahsoka had the potential to be fun. Didn't deliver it. The Acolyte had potential to be fun. Didn't deliver it. So this looks like it does, because you know what? I already have fun just watching the trailers.
Yeah.
So here's hoping hope will be restored. Cannot wait. Monday.
Yes.
Monday. I'm so excited
You
about
know
it.
what? I was going to say one thing. Counter programming is important.
Yeah.
Only because we have a bunch of new kids coming up, or a new generation. And you might not suck them in with Andor, like they still want to have that Star Wars fun, like Chris was saying. So like counter programming is very important. As long as it's good, I believe everyone should be involved in a property as loved as Star Wars.
Yeah. And one of the things that I love about this thing too, and I've said it before, is that Star Wars is a vast, countless worlds, vastness of space galaxy where you should be able to tell every kind of story.
Yeah.
Star Wars should not have one tone. It should be a multiple. And my biggest complaint about Star Wars the last 20 years or so has Star Wars and Lucasfilm have just continuously been shrinking and shrinking and shrinking and shrinking the Star Wars universe. Skeleton Crew feels like it expands it. And Andor felt like it expanded a bit. So here's hoping it delivers and doesn't turn into another Acolyte, because I had real high hopes for the Acolyte too, and look how that turned out. All right, guys, question is for you. What do you think about this? The director's list, the moving up a day. We're getting in earlier than we thought. Whatever you guys think about it, jump down to the comment section below and let us know your thoughts. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure you like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget, we have a daily podcast called the John Campea Show podcast, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting app of choice. Go and subscribe to it today so it'll be there when you need it.